Welcome back to Arena Breakout. Today I'm showing you 10 things I wish I knew before I started playing. Let's get straight into it. Number 1. Using the map and space correctly. In my last video I was playing Northridge, which is a huge open map. So as you can assume, sniping on this map is great. But what happens if you go in without a sniper rifle? And worse yet, what if they spot you first and pin you down with snipers? You're outranged, outgunned, and you don't know where they are and they know where you are. Well, here's what you do. First, stay in cover. Try and pinpoint their location. It's risky, but you can do this by baiting shots. Once you've got the direction of a gunshot, here's your next move. Reposition the opposite way. For example, you've been shot from north. At the minute, you don't have their precise location, so the best thing for you to do is to push south and remap around. The longer it takes you to flank, the less likely you're to be seen, and the more likely you'll see them first. Here's a clip from the last video so you can see how it works in action.
That was from the
southwest. I see him over there. And be able to flank. And well, that was quite true. Yeah, he's over there somewhere. I just heard gunshots over there as well.
He's there. We can honestly, we just keep pushing and we keep going round. That guy's never going to notice us.
He's going down. A little bit. Number 2, ammo types. Recently, I've been playing with a few new players to the game who have only just started, and one mistake I see them make is this, using the wrong bullets. To make this the easiest for you, I've come up with a little rule. If you're playing normal mode, only run tier 3 or quote-unquote purple ammo, as not many players will run really high armor, and tier 3 will give you the best chance to pierce and do damage in that zone. But as you move into a lockdown, people run better kits, usually at least tier 4. So if you want to have a chance of winning any fight, let alone surprising someone, running golden bullets at least tier 4 is the minimum. I can't tell you how many players who are new to the game I see run tier 3 bullets in a lockdown because it's in a quick kit, and then they just die because they're sinking round after round and it does nothing. So make sure you run your golden bullet. And if you're thinking about doing forbidden, you can still run those tier 4s, but sometimes start thinking about using tier 5s if you can afford it. A bonus tip for this is making sure if you are using golden ammo to keep your reserves inside your bulletproof case, so that if you die, you can always reuse them, as if they're not in your bulletproof case, you drop them, and these can get quite expensive very quickly. And an extra secret tip, when you check your magazine, you'll have the bullet symbol at your bottom right where you can see the ammo type. So if you're picking up a fresh gun, you can already check what ammo's in it and if it's going to be useful for you to use in that raid. Moving on, we have peeking. One rule I've learned, and the hardest rule to learn, is do not repeat the same angle. You're only peeking for one of 2 reasons, to get information or kill someone. So unless you're doing one of the either, don't repeat. And make sure you're only peeking if you know you've got intel from your teammates or you know for sure that it's time for you to make the move. A bonus tip here is, if you're leaning right, you have a better angle than someone leaning left, as leaning right shows less of your body than leaning left. So if you can lean on a right angle, make sure you do it. Coming in at number 4, we have sound and how to use it properly. I have a lot of videos on how sound works, so if you want to go more in depth with this and take it a step further, I definitely encourage you to check them out. But I'm also looking into what do you do if you hear a fight, what do you do if you hear players, what should your move be? Sound will tell you so much. It will tell you whether you should push, whether you should third party, or whether you should run, or whether you should hide. To not give away sound cues to put yourself in the best position to surprise someone, only sprint when you're out of cover. Try not to sprint. This is for one of 2 reasons. Sprinting is insanely loud in this game, especially if your opposition is running a decent headset. They can pick you up from well over 70 or 60 meters away. So by sprinting, you're giving them the chance to hear you first, which is not. And while sprinting gives you away, it also makes you run out of stamina, which is fairly obvious. And the last thing you want to do is run out of stamina and be caught out of guard at the same time. So sprinting can be your downfall if you use it wrong. Bear in mind, only sprint to cover. Tip number 5, play with people, especially if you're new to extraction type of games. You will pick up so much more information and learn the game so much quicker just by playing with people or watching people. I have a Discord server, and there's also an Arena Breakout looking for group server that is really active, especially the Arena Breakout server, not mine so much. But you can find people to play with wherever you are in the world, so I recommend checking it out, joining it, and making sure that you team up with a couple of people to help improve your skills. Number 6, learn your maps. This one, I cannot stress, is so important, but it can take a very long time to learn the maps. But I've come up with a really smart way for you to learn them. When you start your game, you'll already know where you spawn before you even start the game, if this makes sense. When you're in the loading screen, you can click M for your map. this will show you your spawn location. It's crucial while you're looking at where you spawn, you correlate that to the map I'm about to show you. In the description, you can find an interactive map. This will show you spawn points as well as so much other information about the map you're playing on. But we're more so looking at the spawn point. You can use where you spawn to think about where people might spawn around you and whether you want to rush, hide, or go for a safe, and what might be your safest option. So when you know where you've spawned, you know what to expect and where they may be coming from, as this early information will be the best and most useful to you in a raid. The rule is, check your map before the raids, see where you're spawning, go to the interactive map, see where other people can spawn, and 3, make your decision on what you're going to do with that. Number 7, always be listing. Stay on top of your listing, and what I mean by this is go to your storage and list items for sale constantly. You want to have items up constantly as you'll be making kits quite a lot, especially if you suck, you're going to be burning through money. So you need a way to make sure that money's always coming through and you've always got a funnel. Quick selling is not recommended, but if you know that the prices work out, you can always quick sell. But I recommend always listing, as you'll get a little bit more money or potentially a whole lot more money. 8. Survival is over kills. Extracting is your only goal. If you go in with a kit that's worth 500k and you die constantly, and you've gone in with 3 raids and you failed all 3 with 500k worth of kit, not even counting your ammo, you might have spent up to about 2 million. Just losing. So if you get a bad spawn when you can't rush any safes, it might just be worth to loot around the map and extract and re-queue. If it's going bad, don't think to yourself, well, I haven't got anything, I might as well push. Think to yourself, okay, wasn't worth the risk, let's re-queue again. Extract and restart if the raid is shit. This means you won't lose your kit and you might get a better spawn for your next game. Coming in at number 9, we have using budget kits and winning long term with them. The smartest players use the most budget kits as it offers the most rewards and the most profit for each raid. So doing your research online to see what budget kits are out there and see what people have made and the strategies they use behind those kits can be really, really good. Even quick kitting sometimes can be a good way to warm up, get some loot and extract, and also not waste any kits, which is really important. Using quick kits can also be a great way to learn the game without losing any kits and just progressing yourself faster in your experience without feeling like you're giving everything up. And number 10, finally, we have watch videos and live streams. A shameless plug, but I've made so many videos going into each of my games, why I made decisions and why I made the wrong decisions. So you guys can pick it up, look at the video and see what you can do better in your raids. Like this video, I have many more videos that go further in depth, but these are the things that I wish I knew when I started. And you can pick these up very easily by watching more and more YouTube videos, by watching more and more streamers and seeing what they're doing in their games that might be different to you. YouTube is a great resource for learning anything, and just as well learning a new game, you can use it for that. And I have so many videos that you guys can check out, watch, and be way more engaged with. I've tried to make these tips to make your longevity as a new player last longer, to try and improve your speed in learning the game so you can have the fun of getting a kill with a 2 mil body and getting your first crazy extraction, which I hope you do. So if you enjoyed the video and found it useful, please let me know. And what do you think that other players might put? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all in a bit.